before that, there was just gold, and then there's dirt. There's kings with the gold, and there's the peasants with the dirt. And that's all we had, right? The middle class have merged, and then suddenly there was silver. Silver financed merchants, and middle class started to grow, and they started to support the arts. So that's what was responsible for this huge explosion in the Renaissance period, in the Middle Ages in Europe. And I think that's the sort of thing that's going to happen now. I think we're getting into a situation where there's the super rich corporations happening, the Amazons, the Spotify's, and all that people are exploiting and making a fortune. And then there's the dirt poor artists who's scrabbling to, but I believe something is going to happen that's going to change that, and then we're actually going to get a huge renaissance again, which happened in the Middle Ages. And I don't know what that is yet, but I really feel that's going to happen. So that's my take on it.
I really hope so, because I think that it would make, the ones that have done all the work, done all of like the learning and doing their own music and producing it and advertising it and getting out there and making sure people are heard.
Yeah.
I think that it would benefit everybody on the whole, and it would revamp the whole music industry, just for the fact that, we're not coming to them to get, our records produced and everything anymore. They're going and saying, hey, we can do this ourselves, and if you don't like it, oh well, this is us, and we're doing this all by ourselves, and we don't need your help.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's the kind of the thing that's going to happen. I think we're going to end up bypassing the big corporate guys and go straight to the public, and which is, you see that happening in the media now. We're not relying on what CNN are telling us anymore. We're hearing
definitely.
We're getting direct feeds from people's cameras in Ukraine. They're showing us what's actually happening.
I've learned more off TikTok than I have off of CNN.
So right.
I said I've learned more off TikTok than I have MSN, CNN, or anything like that.
Totally agree. There's a lot of obviously there's a lot of crap out there too. Obviously, you're always going to get that.
Yes.
But we talk about TikTok. There's a lot of information about extraterrestrials and some of the stuff that's really interests me personally, and spiritual stuff, which is actually coming out on these platforms. And you never would hear that sort of stuff in the normal news. Never. I used to watch CNN a lot when I was living in France, and so, because it's my go-to media thing, right? I was watching it one night, and there was somebody interviewing a doctor about something, and they were talking about this and that, and then suddenly the person mentioned something negative about the pharmaceutical companies, how they're like literally getting the doctors and controlling them with their money and everything, and deciding what they're going to give the patients. As soon as that person said that, the interviewer just cut them off, just changed the subject completely. She had something in her ear. The producer or somebody said something, shut this person up, because we don't want people to know about this. And as soon as I saw that, I stopped watching CNN. I thought, this is, these people.
It happens way more often. You can watch it on any kind of There's one guy that I really enjoy watching when he talks to the president's, advisors, because he will not hold back anything, and then they get all upset and they're like, we're done with this whole conversation, we're done with the interview, everything, and it's usually him, the first one talking, and I'm like, yes. I was like, we need to know about this, but then they want to shut it down. Yeah,
with there's a lot of whistleblowers coming out now. People who work for the the FBI and the CIA and all that stuff. Now. So I think we're just living in really exciting times, and I know that we're part of the downside of mass communication is obviously what's happening to the music is pretty dire. Yep. I think we're going to find a way out of that. But in the terms of evolution of true knowledge, truth, and spirituality. I actually think we're in a really great period. I think this is something we could be really positive about for the future. So I'm kind of an eternal optimist anyway, but I try to, you may have noticed that, I don't know how much of my music you listen to, but I have a song coming out later this year called Fake News, and it's really interesting because it's talking about what we're talking about tonight. So.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so look out for that one.
I already got it written down. I've got a whole book of like everything that I talk about with people, and everybody's like, "Can we see that book?" And I was like, "No."
Oh yeah, you release it later.
Alright, well, we're getting about that time, because just like with a song, podcasts have a certain time frame for attention.
The attention span of people lasts for 30 minutes.
We've gone past 3 seconds. I mean, isn't that the average attention span?
For podcasts, it's about 30 minutes.
Okay.
So, Kirsten, do you have anything?
No, I've just enjoyed talking to you. You've really opened up my view about a lot of things, but you're probably on the same page I am about a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we're kindred spirits, no doubt about that. That's great. So we should stay in contact and
definitely.
Let's try and help each other. I mean, I have a mission. I know what my mission is, and I'm able to do it because I have the experience and the tools to be able to put great records together.
Oh, definitely. And we would love to have you guys, when you have your new ones come out, we'd love to have you back on. Definitely.
Yeah, I'll make that a point, that some of the debut releases. There's a record coming out later this month called Everyone Deserves a Home. And the reason I wrote that song is because there's a big problem in Canada with affordable housing. And
us here too.
Yeah, and in America too. So I think this song it's a really catchy, great dance tune, but it actually talks about it talks about the money that's been wasted on space stations and hotels in space and all this stuff that's going on. I had an account with Virgin phones. I'll give you the example, right? I know Richard Branson because I used to work at his studio in London called Townhouse. So I met him a few times, and he's the CEO of Virgin. So I had an account with his company. But when I heard that he spent $55 million on a ticket to go space wanking,
I know.
I was so fucking, excuse me, I was so pissed off about it. I went the next day. I would cancel my contract. I said, I'm not giving him any more money to go to waste on $55 million. Can do a lot of good in this world, okay? And I'm not having that. I didn't want to be any part of it, so I just cancelled my whole phone contract with Virgin. So it's and same with Elon Musk and all those people are spending all that money. Anyway, my new song talks about that. We don't need a hotel out in space. We really don't. The billionaires should put their money into helping humanity. So
yeah,
agreed.
So anyway, it's going to cause some shit when I put that song out. But listen.
I'll be looking forward to that.
Yeah, thank you. We'll try and when it comes out, I'll send it to you, and please share it to all your friends and stuff.
Oh, of course. Well, in closing, if you had one message to give to your fans, followers, etc., what would it be?
My one message would be the universe works on love. Try to practice love. Make love your number one priority. In other words, try to do everything you do. Everything you do should be to try to help another person feel better and help their life. When you do that, it's not a one-way ticket. It's not a one-way ticket. When you help somebody, it opens up the heart chakra, and it opens you up to the universe, and the universe will help you in return. So if you want to help from the angels and the universe, then help your fellow beings on the planet. Whatever you can do, practice a little bit of love every day. And as John Lennon said, all you need is love, and that's my message.
It's very good.
Awesome. Well, my friend, we're gonna get up out of here.
Okay. Please play one of my songs when you sign off, and is this going out live or is it pre-recorded or what?
It'll be pre-recorded by Pops Chappy.
Okay.
He's gonna put one or two of your songs before we start the podcast, and then.
Okay, great. I've got your link. I already put it on some of my social media. So,
yeah.
But just tell me when it's available, and I'll post it all over the place and get people to listen. Okay.
Sounds great.
Definitely. Right. Thank you.
All right, Kirsten. Then thank you. Thanks for everything.
Of course. Thank you so much.
And anytime.
Appreciate it.
Okay. Take care, folks.
Hey, this is Junior. Keep it locked here. AdrenalineUndergroundRadio.com.